I was away to New York last week for New York Comic Con, and there was actually a good amount of pops that released while I was gone. So I want to go to some of my local stores and see if they still have some of those pops in stock so I can add them to my collection. Also want to let you guys know that I have a Whatnot auction coming up this Monday. Got tons of really cool pieces for that, guys. I don't want you to miss out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of giveaways. And if you're a first-time user, you can get $15 off your first purchase. So I would love to see you at that auction on Monday. But without any further ado, guys, let's get it started. Here we go. Alrighty, folks, I am here at this mall. They got a Hot Topic and a Go Games. I'm just interested to see if they have any of the new stuff that I'm looking for. So let's head on in and see what they got. Starting things off at Go Games, guys, it looks like I hit Go Games at a pretty good time because it looks like it's freshly stocked. The first thing that I wanted to check, guys, was this Cylon from Funko Fusion. I know that it has an edified chase. It's like a purple variant version of it, and it looks like they did not have it. Looks like it was two commons. Figured I'd check behind that one just to see. And then I know that Tails has a chase as well. It's flocked, and what do you know? They had the chase. I was like, holy cow, this was definitely, I hit this at the right time for sure. The box is a little bit beat up, but yeah, I'm not gonna pass up a chase, especially this one when I find it. That is a solid one for sure, guys. Looking around, I know Lou Gehrig has a chase as well, and it looks like it's just the regular one. But yeah, guys, kind of just seeing, I know that Godzilla has a chase as well. I'm doing a lot of chase hunting, you know? I got excited about the Tails one as well. Might as well check all the others. Jack Sparrow is right there as well. One that does not have a chase, but it is a new pop. Stitch, guys, with the dreidel. I'm not entirely sure that I knew about a Hanukkah like Disney line, but that's pretty cool, I suppose. And then yeah, guys, not a bad find. I guess, like I said, it's definitely a good time to hit up Go Games, especially when they do a restock. Over at Hot Topic, I only had this clip in my phone for some reason, but these were two of the pops that I remember them having, guys. This brand new two Five Nights at Freddy's pops. But anyways, guys, that was pretty much it at the mall. So Hot Topic had a couple of new things. They didn't have any of the Futurama or Simpsons stuff, but Go Games for the win, guys. Finding that chase Tails. Box was damaged. Still a W, though. I'll take it. So after the mall, I ended up going to Barnes & Noble just to see if they had anything new, guys, that I hadn't seen before. They had a couple of different things that I actually had not seen before. We have the Star Trek pop right here, guys, of Picard, which I'm not sure if this is from the newer show or the older one. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below. I'm not too familiar with Star Trek. But anyways, guys, we also have the Spellbound. It's a Netflix show or a movie. I'm not entirely sure. Had no idea that they were making pops of this, and I don't really know what it comes from, but I figured I'd show that off, guys. I went back to the kids book section, and they still had some of the Goosebumps pops. I need to pick up that one, but I have this one in my collection. I found it in one of my last videos, guys, and also Bad Hair Day. So those boxes were a little bit beat up, so I'll have to find them in a different store for sure some other time. But I did notice that they had one of their New York Comic Con exclusives in here, guys, with the Meryl Strife with, I don't even know how you say that. Anyways, it's the Trigun exclusive. I'm not even going to try and say what the cat's name is. But anyways, guys, yeah, if you're looking for that, Barnes & Noble should have those in. Made my way over to Target, guys, and I'm noticing a couple of new exclusives, actually. One of them being the New York Comic Con exclusive Animal. I actually went to the con and got the flocked version of this. But this is the shared version, guys, non-flocked, and it looks like, yeah, it was shared with Target. So that's pretty cool to see this pop in here. Loving the new sticker that they have designed on this as well, with like the lenticular and the QR code. Looks like they still got a couple of these Bane pops as well, guys. The Bane with Harvey Dent. Oh, there's another exclusive down here as well, guys, with Buggy the Clown from One Piece. This was a really popular pop at the con, guys, and I actually saw a picture the other day that somebody actually fit this in a normal size pop box. So did they just make it bigger to make more money? Maybe, but who's to say? Oh, we also have the Turtles of Grayskull Shredder, another really cool exclusive. I believe that to be a majority of the new stuff that they have here at Target. Okay, I actually lied. I came by the toy section here and I found something else. This is the Kylo Ren shared exclusive, guys, for New York Comic Con. Not sure what makes this one a whole lot different from some of the other Kylo Ren pops that they've made. But, you know, that is a new exclusive, so I'm going to show it off. Don't think I've seen this one before either, guys. We have the Deadpool comic cover right there, and he's holding like an explosive dynamite hot dog. Interesting. But there you go. There's a couple other new things that I found here in the toy section. So I find myself at the mall, guys. I want to go to a couple of different stores here. Obviously, you know, we're going to go to Entertain Mart, but Box Lunch and Hot Topic, I think, got in the new Simpsons and Futurama pops. Right before I left to New York Comic Con, I think Box Lunch actually posted that they got them in, and with that Bender with the Chase variant, I definitely missed out for sure. But if I could still pick up some of the commons, that would be great as well. So let's head on in and see if they have them. So starting at Entertainment, guys, I'm showing off a lot of new products, some a little bit older, newer stuff, guys. I love the Nickelodeon Pops. When I get a chance, I'm definitely going to show them off, guys. Rocket Power, grew up with that show. So nostalgic for me. I loved it. Wild Thornberries was another solid one, too. And the Pops, I think, all turned out great for those. Found this Boss Star Wars Pop. I had no idea when this came out. I think it's a little bit of an older one, but if you're looking for that, $8, that's not a bad deal at all. Some of the Funko Fusion Pops are on the bottom right here. Those black and purple boxes always stand out. We have Obi-Wan Kenobi, guys, from episode 1 of Star Wars. I remember this being one of the first movies that I saw in theaters when I was a kid was The Phantom Menace. So it's cool to see those pops. We have Snoopy and Woodstock on the pumpkin. Definitely a classic one for sure, guys. I love the Peanuts Pops. I like to collect a majority of them, so one day we'll have to pick this up. I noticed this new Elvira Pop, and on the license plate, it said Kick Ass, which I thought was kind of interesting. So if you've never seen that detail before, definitely a cool one. And then we had Darth Vader right here, guys, holding the pumpkins. Kind of a random pop, not gonna lie, but it is a new one, so I wanted to show it off to you. Going into Go Games, guys, they had a couple of different new things that I noticed. They had this new Willy Wonka, guys, the chocolate one. I'm curious to see what that actually smells like because it says it's scented. We have a Cylon, which we saw at the other Go Games. This one did not have a chase either. And then they had some more Fusion Pops. I was just curious to see if they had a chase of the Cylon behind maybe some other stuff, and they did not. So moving on downstairs, guys, to Box Lunch, I was looking for the Simpsons and Futurama stuff, and unfortunately, well, they all sold out. This was the store that posted that they actually had some of the new stuff, but it was interesting that they didn't have it. I just showed off this pop because I think it's a restock. It's Naruto Box Lunch exclusive. But anyways, guys, other things that I'm showing off to you right here. This Charlie Brown with the tree is one that I need to pick up for sure. Speaking about the Peanuts Pops that we talked about earlier, this is a great Christmas one and a great variant of Charlie Brown for sure. We also have the rewind of SpongeBob, which if I'm ever going to get in the rewinds, it would definitely start with SpongeBob because I love all the different Funko SpongeBob stuff. We have Hot Topic right here, and guys, they actually had some of the new pops that I was looking for with the Simpsons and Futurama stuff. But showing off some of the New York Comic Con exclusives right here, we have Coraline right here, which was very popular at the con when I went. Matabi right here from Naruto, which is another really cool one. I've seen the glow on this and it actually looks really good. And then looking around, guys, here are some of the Futurama pops. We have the Bender. This is the one that has the chance of a chase. We'll have to look around and see if they actually do have a chase of this one. I'm curious to see if maybe it's hiding behind somewhere. We also have Philip J. Fry, which is a great one too. I'm definitely going to have to pick this one up, guys. This is kind of like the suspicious version of Fry, if you will. And then looking around, guys, I noticed some of the new Simpsons pops. Fall Out Boy, definitely one that I'm going to need to pick up for sure. That you can see all the rest of the set on the back right there. Taranga Leela is another really cool one, guys. I love the fact that she's kicking right there up in the air. Definitely Leela to a T, so I got to get that one. But looking around, guys, I did not find any of the chases, unfortunately. Looks like they had 5. If they did have a chase, they would have all 6 there. That's kind of the rule of thumb when you get a restock with a chase. But anyways, Deep Spacesuit Homer is really sweet as well. 1000% I got to pick that one up too. Sideshow Bob, new Simpsons pop, got to get that one as well. I don't know what it is, guys, but I like to stay Simpsons complete. And Bart, classic, guys. We haven't got a classic version of Bart in, well, since they released the original one. So 1000%, I got to pick this one up for sure. And then BTS Toy Story pops. I had no idea that these were even a thing. You got Forky, Rex. You also have Lotto. But anyways, guys, I would consider it a pretty good Hot Topic run for sure. Folks, I definitely loaded up on the new Futurama and Simpsons pops. They were buy one, get one 30% off. So for new pops, that's not bad. I got 6 pops for like $70. So I would consider that pretty good. It was kind of a bummer, however, guys, that it looks like they were missing that Bender chase, but I think we'll eventually find it. But I'm happy with the ones that I got. Alrighty, folks, I am here at the Target parking lot of all places, and I'm actually doing a trade. If you guys watched my YouTube short earlier on in the week, I went to Wendy's. They had a brand new like Boo Bag Halloween meal with a collectible Frosty figure. I ended up getting one of the rare chase variants, and I'm actually trading that for a Funko Pop that I need. And yes, it is related to Futurama and The Simpsons, and it's one of the more, I would say, rarer ones of the new bunch. So I'm excited to do this trade and definitely get this pop. We'll see if we get any footage though.
A few moments later.
Well, folks, the deal is done, and I ended up getting the Chase Bender. Let's go. I love this.
Bender, 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 Bender.
I'll take a closer look at it when I get home, but this was a great trade. My buddy JC, thank you so much for doing this trade, man. This is awesome. I'm so excited to add this to the collection.
The next day.
Alrighty, folks, this should be my last stop of the video, Entertainment. I honestly am hoping to be surprised, see what new stuff I find, and yeah, let's go on in and see what they got. They had plenty of stuff at Entertainment, guys. Interesting to see limited piece Freddy's for $10 at Entertainment. Somebody probably had that in their collection. They just sold it in. They had some Dark Crystal Pops. They had a bunch of them actually up front right there. I just showed off one of them. This pop I didn't even know was coming out, guys. We have Matt Foley, which is a character that Chris Farley played on Saturday Night Live. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. What a legend. But the Haunted Mask, we showed off the blacklight version of that one over at Barnes & Noble, but there's the normal one. We also have an Inside Out 2 restock. If you're looking for those, definitely check your local stores. I went to their anime section, guys, and I found a couple of different older things like this Kurama right here. I remember that being a little bit of an older, like more valuable pop back in the day. Some science stuff, which is pretty cool in their anime case right here. And then they also had a Beast Titan, which is a little bit more of a pricier Attack on Titan pop. Going over to their normal section, guys, going to the more valuable stuff. I noticed that they had a Portal 2 turret. Haven't seen that pop in a really long time. Definitely a very unique one. And that Saw pop down there, guys, the Billy. Somebody told me that that one was fake, and looking at it closer, I believe them. But guys, we got plenty to explore in their pop section right here. They just have so many pops to look through, and they're always getting in new stuff like this Surf's Up Batman. This is a little bit of an older one, guys, that had some value back in the day, but definitely has dropped down, but an older Batman pop for sure. Santa Stitch is a pretty solid one too. I haven't seen that one in a while either. And then looking around, guys, I found this, and I found it to be really interesting, guys. Limited to 2,000 pieces, a Sneasley pop that's limited for $10. I mean, I guess the character's not a super popular one by any means, but like, yeah, $10 for a 2,000 piece pop, that's insane to me. Constance Hatchaway, I love the Haunted Mansion pops. I actually have this one in my collection, so it's cool to see this one here. And a Stormtrooper pop. I think this is a reprint of kind of like the older set. It says 2015 on the bottom right there. I think these came out in like 2011, 2012, but kind of an older one for sure. They had some Kiss pops. I think they were missing one of them. I can't remember which one specifically, but almost a full set right there. They had a few interesting out-of-box pops that I wanted to show off, guys. You got like Katniss with the dress right here, kind of looking around to see if maybe they have another Katniss by chance. They had Agnes right here, an original Despicable Me pop, guys, which I don't think they made any Agnes pops beside this original one, so that's a cool one too. And also the original version of Katniss Everdeen. So I was right when I was like, maybe they have another version, and they did right there. So those are probably the best three things that I found, guys, with those two Hunger Game pops and Agnes from Despicable Me. And I also found this toy Freddy Fazbear, which is a solid pop. I think with a box this goes for like $40, so a little bit of a rarer one as well. And then in their new pop section, another thing that I found, guys, was this Coraline in Tunnel, which has actually been trending for like $60, but it looks like they're getting in a new stock. It's kind of interesting to see which new stuff has value, and the Coraline stuff surprisingly does have value. Alrighty, guys, here is everything that I got. Probably the biggest surprise of the whole video, guys, was finding that chase at Go Games, which I never find anything good at Go Games, but I ended up getting the Chase Flocked Tails. So I actually have this one in my collection already, but the one that I have is missing the Funko Specialty Series sticker right here. And I've noticed whenever like Hot Topic or Box Lunch does get in those Specialty Series pops that does have a chase, for some reason it is missing that sticker. I don't know why. But anyways, I'm gonna have to decide if I want to swap this one out for the other one, because the sticker difference, I know that's kind of silly, but you know, I have the option, I might as well do it. So that leaves me with one extra. So if you're looking for one, let me know down in the comment section below. But the bummer part is, guys, the box is a tiny bit beat up, as you can see right there. There's a little bit of a crease on the side too, so I don't know, I'll think about it. Hot Topic had plenty of great stuff, guys. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it always lines up with whenever I go somewhere, whenever I'm traveling somewhere, my Hot Topic or Box Lunch drops the pops that I've been waiting for a while, but at least they still had some of them, and I wanna show them off to you real quick. All right, let's start off with the Simpsons first, guys. We're gonna do this set. I think the first one we gotta start off with, guys, is the main character himself, guys. This right here is Homer. This is the deep spacesuit version of Homer. This pop is so cool, guys. This comes from a very iconic episode where Homer goes up into space. And if I remember correctly, I think he opened up a bag of chips and he's like kind of like traveling or floating across to eat all the different chips on the space shuttle.
I'll take care of this.
But this is such a cool pop. I gotta take it out of the box real quick. I mean, come on, how can you not love that pop? That is so cool. I love the fact that they gave it a little stand to kind of give him some movement, like he's floating after that little chip. I gotta say, this is probably the best one out of the set. Next up, guys, we have another version of Sideshow Bob. I think this is the second version that we've got of him. I wanna say that the first one was the one in like the prison outfit, I believe. Interesting that we haven't got a normal version of him, but I'll take this version. I think this comes from an episode, I can't remember, one of the various episodes, you know, where he's trying to kill Bart, obviously. But definitely a great add to the Simpsons collection. Up next, guys, we have another version of Milhouse in the form of Fall Out Boy. This will go along really well with Radioactive Man, if I remember correctly. You know, Fall Out Boy is his sidekick.
We'll have to fight our way out. Are you ready?
Yes.
But if they do different versions of characters, I think this one is a great one. It definitely makes sense when you do something like this. Last one I would say is an interesting one for sure, guys. We finally got a regular Bart Simpson, another one, and this one is just him leaning on his skateboard. Pretty iconic if you ask me. I gotta say this one looks fantastic though. If you're curious, guys, I can grab the old one that's right behind me and we can compare. It looks like he's kind of has the skateboard off to the side. This one, it looks like he's more leaning towards it. You'll have to let me know, guys, down below which one you prefer. But out of the new set, I think the only one that I am missing is Martin Prince. I haven't seen that one in store yet, so eventually I'll have to get that one when I find it. Next up, guys, I got a little bit of Futurama, and I absolutely love Futurama. I love the fact that they're making new pops of this, guys. And the first one, we got to start off with the title character, Philip J. Fry. If I had to guess on this one, I think what they're going for is the episode, or at least the meme that came out that was really popular of him being suspicious. You know, he's squinting his eyes right there. So that is definitely a really fun one. I'll take another version of Fry for sure. Got Taranga Leela right here, and I gotta say this one is really cool. She's doing a little hi-ya, you know, karate kick pose, if you will. Definitely something that she does very often. I kind of want to take this one out of the box too. Yeah, check that out, guys. That looks pretty darn cool. Like I said, like Homer, when they add the stand to the back, I love when they give it movement. Definitely makes sense for Leela, and you can see her hair kind of flowing as well. That's a great touch of detail. And last but not least, guys, I thought my chances of getting this were long gone because obviously, you know, I wasn't able to show up to the store that first day when this came out because I was in New York. But my buddy said he was able to snag it. We did a trade, like I said, for that Frosty figure. I actually have my other one right behind me right here. But regardless, thank you for doing the trade, JC, and I ended up getting the glow-in-the-dark Chase Bender. Oh my gosh, this version of Bender is so cool, guys. I gotta say, it's probably way better than the original one. The original one's okay. I mean, just like Bart, we had to grab this one as well to kind of compare. But I mean, come on, if you had to choose, which one would you do? Obviously, the one that he's burping fire after drinking beer. Come on, that one's so cool. 1000% I got to test out the glow on this guy, see how it is. But this is definitely a really fun chase. I think another difference is as well that his eyes are a little bit more squinted, and obviously it glows in the dark, and that's what makes it the chase. But this Funko Pop, oh my gosh, it might be one of my favorites of the year for sure. But anyways, guys, found some really great stuff. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below, are you a Futurama or Simpsons fan? And if you are you gonna collect the new pops? But anyways, guys, a really fun video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.